normal speed.
Make it faster. I don't think I can last.
Actually, I think I will make it faster. If you will pause your recording, then I will actually make this faster for us.
Are you sure you
Yeah.
want to do that?
It's an hour.
Very well then. I'm pausing right now.
You won't be able to spend an hour in this dungeon when I go into maximum overdrive! This is at 12 times speed. I'll just explain to you what I'm supposed to do after Greg stops doing that. Okay, he's choking now. I have a minute. Okay, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kill a bunch of enemies and get these black orbs, and I think you need like 3 or 4. You get those black orbs, you go around the center ring of the temple, and you put the black orbs in the thingies, and then that activates the door that you need to go through to fight the first boss, which lets you go to the second ascent. The second ascent is... Fuck, I'll have to wait until we get there. Wait, you don't get to the second ascent. You get to the second floor of the first ascent, that's right. So basically, this is all just a bunch of me doing a whole bunch of battle crap you don't want to see, and me reading some stuff that doesn't really mean anything. It's supposed to be cryptic and shit, but it's complete bullshit.
It's about as cryptic as my crotch.
It is.
And Dan would know my crotch.
I would. I feast on that motherfucker.
That doesn't even make sense from our perspective.
I feast on that motherfucker.
What are you doing?
No, I don't.
I'm kind of happy this is going to take 14 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah, I am too. This was a good idea.
We were going to be stuck there for 4 hours.
So instead of being...
Guess what I'm referencing with that? You win everything.
I know.
You win it all.
Oh god. So
Okay,
instead of this being like a 2.5 hour recording, this is just an hour and 50 minutes recording.
I'm fine with that completely. I don't care if your fans want an hour of us going through fucking misery in this dungeon. They're not getting it. They're not having our misery in a dungeon.
It's probably much more entertaining this way.
Probably, because they'll be going like, what are they talking? What are they talking about?
So this is the first of 3 boss fights you have to fight in this dungeon. Don't go to the other rocks because they're stupid and send you back in time or whatever. But this one, its main strategy is that it's got a bunch of defense, and eventually it uses, like, perfect defense or something like that, and it becomes immune to all damage. And I even try quickenings to damage it, but it just does not work. So really what you want to do is just...
Oh my god, did Fran hit something?
Fran hit something with ice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically all you want to do is just wait until his perfect defense goes down and then just whack him some more. These boss fights are really simple. There is no reason that you should have any trouble with them except for Slit. Yes, its name is actually Slit. It sounds dirty, I know. But
makes me sad to me you're pouting.
yeah, but that's just because of how incredibly powerful it is. It does like a bunch of damage with each hit. So you might want to set up a decoy reverse strategy if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know.
I'm into my decoys.
Yeah.
Oh god, I cracked my knuckle wrong and it's horrible pain.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
Now keep in mind that after this you can go back to the 10th floor. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do that whole thing with the black orbs again. But in later parts of the dungeon, you have to climb the entire thing again if you go back down, which I'll show you later. So basically what this portion of the dungeon is that you have to kill these green lantern things, which make this bridge. You want to kill the green lanterns and not the red lanterns, because the red lanterns will take away bits of the bridge away, whereas the green lanterns will create bits of the bridge.
Oh.
Also, you want to make sure you watch out for walls that seem out of place, like if they're like in a dead-end kind of wall sort of fashion.
Dude,
like this one, you want to go up to it and just press X, because it will say Fool's Facade, and basically you just hit it with your sword and it goes away, and it actually reveals some pretty nice treasure. Like, I saw one later in this dungeon, and I got the Dragon's Whisker from it, which is the second best lance in the game that you can get.
I just realized something good. If you sped this up to 12, your music that you put in will sound like King Rape.
Actually that's just the video that's being sped up, not the audio.
Oh. It will sound like a rape.
Probably. Another thing that I got from that same area where I got the Dragon Whisker was the Brave Suit, which I think is the best light armor you can get in the game. Don't quote me on that, but both of those chests spawn at fairly low rates. I was lucky enough to get them on my first go through, but it might take you some time if you're intentionally trying to get them.
Shit, man, get yourself a Brave Suit.
Yes. If you're worried about Redis just randomly attacking the Red Lanterns when you don't want them to, you have two options, really. Option one is that you just kill Redass, which is... it isn't that difficult. Just set your people to attack Redis whenever he's revived or something. And you can just revive manually instead of having them on a gambit. Or the second option is that whenever you come in contact with a Red Lantern, just hit the flee button and Redis will stop attacking them. Which is actually much simpler. You still there, man?
Yeah, I'm just letting you talk.
Okay. I'm just going through this, like, really fast because it's so boring. And I'm gonna have to do this again.
Why are you gonna have to do this again?
Because I went back to the first floor to save because I was afraid of getting a game over. Because the third ascent is a whore. A whore to do.
I see. A cheap whore?
A very cheap whore. Okay, this is where the next boss fight comes into play, I'm pretty sure. The next boss fight is Slit. Slit's main source of attacking is just physically attacking you, and it does that really well. It's fast, it's powerful, and it's... all of these bosses are immune to Holy, by the way, so don't send in Balthier like I did if you... I mean, don't send out anyone with a Holy Lance like I did if you got it. Just send in people who don't have Holy property weapons, and you'll be fine.
Look at him die. It's like how black could it be? And there's no more black.
Good lord. I'm sorry if this is not very entertaining. Trust me, going through this dungeon was not very entertaining. In fact, I'm probably just gonna ascend the tower myself to where I went back, so that you don't have to go through this again. This is just complete bullshit.
Look how depressing it is.
It is depressing. Okay, so this part of the dungeon, basically what it is that you have to give up a certain property of battle. Like, there's one that makes you unable to use items, one that makes you unable to use techniques, one that makes you unable to use magic, one that makes you unable to use items. If I already said items, then I mean physical attacks or whatever. So basically, you have to give up either items, techniques, magic, or physically attacking. I suggest techniques because they're not really that useful, but I chose items here just because I didn't think I'd need items that much. But if you're reliant on ethers to get through these dungeons, you're going to want to choose the techniques one because just, god damn it.
Shit.
Yeah, this is just not fun.
It looks so boring.
It is boring, and I really must apologize because this commentary is going to be boring because it's just mostly strategy because of how long, tedious, and bullshit this dungeon is. I hate it. Ah well, if nothing else, you can just hear me bitch about it.
Worst things that you can bitch about. Not many, but there probably are.
Yeah. And this is the part of the game where I realized that my white mages are running really low on MP. And I actually figured out a while ago that if you send a white mage into the fray more often than you have them in the background, they'll actually regain MP faster if you have like the gambits, the licenses that make their MP go up whenever they hit something or something hits them, which is why my paladin almost always has MP to spare to heal my party. Alright, and then this is the third boss fight, which is Fenrir, I think it is. It's just it's basically, if you fought the behemoths before this, then this thing is no trouble at all. Again, it's immune to holy, which is complete bullshit, but whatever. Alright, and that is the third...
That was easy.
That was easy. That's the third thing. That's the third boss that you have to fight in here. I think that's actually the last one until you get to the top. Now what you actually want to do right here is deactivate the handicap that you put on yourself. Just go back to the stone that you activated, and then just use it again, and that thing comes up, which is, oh my good lord, I hate it. Because I thought that if I put up Reflect, then I'd be safe from its magic, which is pretty much all it can do. But its magic actually pierces Reflect, and it's immune to Holy, so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go to the 67th floor. Yeah, but just deactivate the handicap you put on yourself, and then the elevator will come up. And then there's this part, which is a teleporting puzzle. Basically what happens is that if you get it wrong twice, then you're sent into this little area with this infinite spawning of undead, and the only real way to get out of there alive is by using Kiraja on the undead until they get dead again. There is actually a method that you have to pick in order to avoid that. Yeah, I know. There's an actual method to this madness, so, you know, once I get back to this, eventually, I will, show you the proper way to go through this. And I think this is where I actually get the, No, yeah, that's the Dragon Whisker, by the way. And it wasn't the Brave suit, it was the, rubber suit, I think. It's still good. It makes you immune to lightning. And this is the infinite spawning undead. The only good part about this particular area is that this is where the third ascent map is, which is completely useless when you really stop and think about it, but whatever. So what I ended up trying to do was just kill everything with quickenings, and I think this is the one where I get the 16 combo. I don't remember. 12, 13, 14... 15, 16, 17. I eventually kill enough things to go past, and then I have to spend this little period just making sure that everybody's alive again. And my white mages have no MP, there's no save crystal. Things would have gone badly if I continued the way that things were going. So I went back and I saved. And that is this update. I am Vicelric.
Oh god, I'm having a stroke.
And we will see you next time. Take care.
Oh, dear sweet god.